What is going on, telecasters? We are back with Sunstrike reveals finally. I wonder if, before we get into this, I wonder if they didn't change the manufacturer back to the original manufacturer. We were just going ahead with the U.S. manufacturer from the get-go and everything. Would Sunstrike have already been revealed in January, and we'd be having Sunstrike come out in February or March? That's a question we know. That's a what if we probably will never get an answer to. Just the thought there, but let's see what we got going on here with Sunstrike, which has now been delayed for release till May, which is cool because I can't wait to see what we got going on here.
Welcome to your first look at Alestra's trading card game Divine Champions Sunstrike. Harness the blazing power of the solar and thunder elements and ignite the battlefield in the newest expansion.
They got the little monkey, with the pulling the bugs out of their hair type thing. That's funny. That's a cute.
From Alestra's TCG. Featuring all new champion cards, electrifying new strategies, and 2 brand new Divine.
Oh, we already see that's Crackhead. Yeah, that's Drakid. Drakid, champion of somebody. Who though?
Please welcome the god of war, Ares, and the goddess of family, Hera.
Let's go. Look at these cards. I love it. I love it. As a God of War fan, the video game fan, you gotta just love Ares. Let me read these off here. When you cast this Ares, you can enchant up to 3 to it. When you disenchant Solar from this Ares in order to search your deck for a Colosseum of Ares or an armament of Ares and add it to your hand. Ooh, that's going to be very interesting. What does Colosseum Ares do? Obviously, that's going to probably be a stadium ruin, which, cool. And the armament, we'll see. When you cast this Hera, you can enchant up to 3 thunder to it. You can return thunder from this Hera to your spirit deck in order to enchant from your underworld to this. I'm sorry, what now? When you cast the Hera, you enchant up to 3 to it. You can return thunder from this Hera to your spirit deck in order to enchant from thunder from your underworld. Okay, so I guess that's just basically. So basically, what you're doing there is healing back 1 from the underworld, but instead of it going to your spirit deck, it's going to Hera. But you're pretty much just getting 1 back. You're pretty that just seems a convoluted way to say you're healing back 1 spirit from your underworld to your spirit deck, which could make a difference late game if you need that 1 thunder spirit.
Ares commands the battlefields with unyielding might and the searing intensity of the solar element. As the goddess of family, Hera stands as a protector of unity and legacy.
Did they get their inspiration for this version of Hera from Storm of the X-Men from X-Men? She's giving me off Storm vibes, just with the hair, the highlights in her hair, obviously being yellow because of thunder, and her pose just looks like she's based off of Storm. No problem.
Powered with the surging force of the thunder element. Joining them this set will be the Lord of the Forge, Hephaestus.
Let's go! I love this card art. This is so much better card art than Hephaestus from set 1. I'm just saying that right now. Love it.
The Keeper of the Winds, Aeolus.
Ooh, look at that! This is definitely way better. I do not like 90% of the divine arts from set 1 are ugly. I'm just gonna say that right now. They are ugly and bad looking. Everything we've seen from Zeus to Poseidon. Poseidon didn't have a bad one. I think this was one of them. Him and Demeter, I think. I know I'm talking when I mean set 1, I mean the first 5. The first 5. After that, they started getting better. Like Zeus's looked better in set 1 in Firestorm. Poseidon's looked better, even though I said like I said, his wasn't bad. Aeolus here looks so much better than he did in set 1. So does Hephaestus. And Demeter, I think I said Demeter and Demeter didn't look bad at all in set 1. So we're gonna have to wait to see what Demeter looks like in set 8, coming quarter 3, which apparently that's when that's coming out. And I'm still thinking, I can't think of what the last 2. Well, it's Demeter and somebody else, and I can't put my mind on who is going to be left of the 8 previous champion divines we had going up against the new ones.
These 4 divines will represent 2 double starter deck bundles.
We got Solar versus we got Hephaestus versus Ares, which makes all the sense in the world. And then Aeolus versus Hera, which, I mean, okay on that. But yeah, Hephaestus, it's Vesubatuga. Man, I was hoping it's going to be Trifernal. That being said, if the Final Frost is my boy Hades, then that's where you get your Divine Champion, your Trifernal Champion of Hades. That's where I'm holding out hope that we get a Divine Champion Trifernal coming up soon.
Bundles, each featuring 4 booster packs and a double-sided How to Play playmat poster.
Whoa. Why did that come up? Oh, how do we do that? Get out of here. Get out of here. Look at that card back there. Oh my god, that looks so... What is this? Is that like a map? Dude!
Featured in these decks are Ares and Celestlio alongside
Celestlio. Oh, look at that Celestlio.
Hephaestus and Vesuvatuga. Hera and Imperial are joined with Aeolus and Stratamoth.
I knew Dan was going to do a Stratamoth champion of somebody. I'm surprised it took so long for Stratamoth to get a champion card. It really, I felt like Stratamoth, of course, being one of the first bug Alestrals that Dan came out with, and it was the original, win starter in prototype. Didn't sell too much. That's why they switched it with the much more popular Dragon Hydra. The Dragon Hydra. There's so many Alestrals out there. I can't remember their names off the top of my head half the time. But you know what I mean. Imperial, hopefully this Imperial is a lot easier to get on the field without having a goofy, a very niche way to get on the field, because Synetric's effect is absolutely dog water. You have to have a certain number. You have to have you have to have 12 or 13 Thunder Spirits in your Spirit deck just to get Imperial on the field the normal Ascension way. Totally bad. So hopefully the Synetric Champion of Hera has a better effect than normal Synetric.
These double starter deck bundles will be filled with fun and dynamic strategies to explore and experience this spring. Look forward to leading the charge with Ares and his champion.
Let me see. If this Celestial would be returned to your hand, you may disenchant 2 from your Stadium Rune or Artifact Rune on your field instead. While Colosseum of Ares is enchanted, this Celestial can attack each opponent's Celestial once each. So basically, you mean to tell me if this Celestial is on the field and Colosseum of Ares is on the field and your opponent has 3 Celestials on the side of the field that can get absolutely mowed down, this Celestial can attack all 3. Say you have a couple 1 cost, and they're all in attack position for whatever reason. Just going to throw it out. Just an example. All of them are in attack position, whatever reason. Okay, so let's say if your opponent has easiest one, have the names escaping me, and it's getting kind of annoying that I can't remember. This one kicked my butt. The one that just came off. Shoot, it's kind of annoying. But your opponent has 3 attack in attack position for whatever reason, and the Colosseum of Ares is on. Do you mean to tell me this Celestial can attack all 3 at once, destroy all 3, and cost your opponent 6 spirits if there's only 1 under each Celestial? That is, just saying. Very, very interesting. That seems like, oh buddy, I want to see this one in action.
Champion Celestlio as you clash inside the battlegrounds of the Colosseum of Ares.
It is a stadium. When this player casts Champion of Ares, they can enchant Solar to it. Champion of Ares gets +1 and +1 for each spirit enchanted Colosseum. So if Colosseum and Ares is out, I have Nebuleo out, Champion of Nebuleo out, Champion of Ares. It gets +1. It ascends up to all the way up to Celestlio. You get Leo Bright. So if you ascend the Leo Bright, then it gets another 1. So instead of 3, it's got 4. Then you go to Celestlio, it gets another 1. So it's going to have 6 spirits under it, if that's what I'm getting, right? When you cast a Champion of Ares, does that mean cast ascend? Does that ascend count for that? So if you have Nebuleo ascend into Leo Bright, ascend into Celestlio, then that means that Celestlio is going to have 6 spirits under it. Am I getting that right? which would make it even more worse if your opponent had three Elestrals on this side of the field that were like a 1 cost, just throwing that out there because it's the easiest thing to say. And you go out and you go, well, I can attack each of these guys once, taking them all out. I have 6 under me. You're going to now lose 15 spirits. Oh my, this is definitely going to be interesting.
Destroying each of your opponent's Celestrals in 1 strike. And for the first time, enchanting spirits can be sent from your field back to your spirit deck with the help of Hera. Every spirit returned provides a new opportunity, such as special casting Platypulse, or even normal casting.
This Platypulse can be special sent from your hand with Thunder if you also return Thunder from your field to your spirit deck. So basically, this one needs Hera on the field, and you use Hera's effect to be able to get it on the field with a special cast, which Platypulse definitely feels like it's going to be it's going to have that effect of you special cast it, ascend it up to a 2 cost of whatever. Platypulse deserves an ascension, by the way, in my opinion. On the field, the spirit deck. You may only play 1 Platypulse this way each turn. Very smart, because you don't need to have. Honestly, if they didn't put that you could only play one of these each turn, then it would be kind of annoying that people would find a way to exploit this and get 3 Platypulse up, special cast 3 Platypulse up at the same time, and then, ascend up and all that. We don't need that.
Hera's ultimate champion, Imperial. Look.
This Imperial can be normal cast with 3 Thunder if you return a. Oh my god, are you kidding me? So wait a minute. You can cast this Imperial to the field without needing to ascend. Am I getting this right? If you use Hera's special ability, which is Hera the only way this is going to happen? Where you return? Oh, does it say 3 or more? I think it says 3 or more Thunder from your field to your spirit deck. Wonder how that's going to work. There's got to be other things because you can only do 1 with Hera. When you cast this Imperial, you can force your opponent to disenchant 3 from their field. Your champion of Hera can get +2? +2, I think is what that says. +2/+2. Yo. Making your opponent disenchant 3 absolutely can be game-changing as well. Because if the opponent has one Celestial on the field, say a 3 cost, they lose that 3 cost. If it's a 2 cost, they can lose that 2 cost. It says makes it like it's going to make your opponent up to 3. It doesn't say, it says 3. It doesn't say up to 3. So it looks like you have to do 3 no matter what. So what if you only have 2 spirits on the field? What if you only have 2 spirits? I don't know. We'll have to have an explanation for that.
Forward to learning more about these incredible divines over the.
I love these card arts though, especially Hephaestus and Aeolus. Ares and Hera are also killing it too, but I definitely love the reprints of Aeolus and Hephaestus.
Coming weeks. Many more familiar Celestrals will return.
Drak King. Drak King. These 2 boxes right here are my set 1 water, fire and water deck, so they're not going to get touched, even though they a lot of the cards in them are banned or whatever, or limited and whatever. But these card decks are not going to get touched. If I'm going to start a new deck for Sunstrike, it's going to have to be from scratch.
With all new champion titles and enhanced effects.
That Platypulse
Get excited
so
for Starbit, Champion of Aphrodite.
Starbit! If your Starbit cannot be returned to the hand by opponent's card effects, so basically you can't hit this with a Shield of Achilles. Shield of Achilles does not work on Starbit, Champion of Aphrodite. While Aphrodite is enchanted. So if Aphrodite is on the field, Starbit it gets pretty much freed from Shield of Achilles. In any other of those, you can expend water in order to make special cast the Starbit from your hand. So you're saying that your opponent can't pretty much use Shield of Achilles on this or any other card effect that sends it back to your hand, but you also gave it the rest of it is Tadpuff's effect that you just banned Tadpuff for. Oh my! You just gave us a new Tadpuff that's a little bit stronger than Tadpuff, right? You can expend water in order to special cast a star bit from your hand. So, does that mean that it has to be on the field? So you can get a second star bit? I don't know.
Rhynymph, champion of Hermes.
Ooh, Rhynymph gets a champion, which I don't know. Who's going to use this Rhynymph? When activating your Hermes effect, you may disenchant wind in order to, instead of 2 wind. When a player empowers this Rhynymph with wind, frost, or wind artifact rune, you can search your deck for a 1-cost, 1 spirit wind celestial and send it to the underworld. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's very wordy. That is very wordy, and that's definitely something for more advanced players.
And Havacub.
Havacub gets a Does that say Dionysus? When this Havacub destroys an celestial in battle, your special can ascend into Pulver from your hand or deck while your Havacub is enraged to heal. Yep, it's Dionysus. If it's enraged, it's a 6 attacker if it's enraged.
Champion of Dionysus.
Interesting.
Joining them are some new faces you already know and love. Digging away up to mischief is Dougie and its colossal ascension Dugibus.
Dugibus and Dougie, which we finally get added to the card deck. When this Doug receives 1 or more Earth, you can send the top 3 cards from your deck to the underworld, so that's self-mill. You can expend Earth. If you do, you return an Earth card from your underworld to your hand. This effect will be active only twice each turn. But Dougie doesn't automatically ascend up to Dugibus. That's interesting. That's interesting. It doesn't have a way to ascend up to Dugibus, which is such a weird name. I get it, Eddie, Dougie, ha ha ha. But Dugibus is such a weird name. When this Dugibus is sent from your deck to the underworld, you can special send your Earth Celestial to it. When you cast this Dugibus, you can target and destroy an opponent's Celestial. So basically, what you're doing with Dougie is you're trying to get this Dugibus to be sent to the underworld. Yeah, so you're pretty much trying to self-mill Dugibus to the underworld. Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. It's not as strong as Blizztrix, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. It's only a 6/7, and you can destroy an opponent's Celestial when it gets cast. So that's why it doesn't have a straight up ascending effect, but it does because. Is there going to be any other way to self-mill is interesting. It's another portion of self-mill.
These mighty Earth Celestrals will be making their debut in Sunstrike alongside their exclusive serialized stellar and full art illustrations.
Ooh, we get our first Dougie, which we knew what Dougie looked like in stellar form because of the Celestials Awakened pre-alpha that Dan has gone out and looked at. Look at that Dugibus though. Oh boy, that's a beautiful looking one. And he's harassing yeah.
Watch out as these Celestrals cause chaos and mine through the fields of battle.
Good stuff.
One of the strongest Thunder Celestrals returns with a brand new title. Introducing Phosphocell Ultracharge.
Oh, I can't even read this one. Oh man, it's too. Can you give us the? Can you give us the non full art version?
This insectoid dragon celestial is fused with intense energy and a striking new effect that will be available as a holo and.
There we go. When this Phosphocell is destroyed, you can target and destroy cards up to the number of thunder. Solar that were enchanting it. While this Phosphocell is double solar enchanted, it cannot return to the hand, and its attack cannot be negated. So basically, if it's got 2 solars under it, it can't be sent back. It can't be hit with the Shield of Achilles. Shield of Achilles is the easiest one to think of that sends them back to your hand. Other than that, I can't think of another off the top of my head. It's just so easy. It basically becomes a Farrageist without the making you expend the play. Making you expend to play a card. That's the only thing it's missing when it's double solar enchanted. I'm sure Dan's enjoying that. Ultra Charge, though.
Textured full art. A plethora of new, never-before-seen Alestrals created by the community as part of their Kickstarter rewards will be making their debut.
Is this?
Please welcome Lutrax and Lumavale.
Lutrax! Lutrax! It better have an ascension. Come on, man. While this Lutrax is in defense position, Alestrals that are not fire enchanted get -2 attack, minus... I love it! Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. For each fire enchanting this Lutrax affects an Alestral's name, Lutrax cannot reduce an Alestral's attack and defense by more than 4 total. So basically, 2 Lutraxes is as much as you can get. So if I have 2 Lutraxes on the field, you get -2, -2, and that's it. If I put a third one on, it's not going to make a difference. Lumavale, this is a new one. This one I have never heard of. Lutrax we heard of from Alestral's Awakened and all that, but this is new. When a player plays a card with the same name as a card in an underworld, so it doesn't matter. It's basically saying if I play Shield of Achilles twice, then I'm just going. It's the easiest one to say. It says a card. It doesn't say anything. If I played Shield of Achilles, if you played Shield of Achilles already, then I go to play Shield of Achilles. This thing will make you can be able to expend solar in order to negate that chain link. When you expend 1 or more solar with the effect, or to pay the cost and effect, you can return Luna from your underworld. These are so wordy. Man, these are so wordy. What is this design, though? Lumavale. Oh, my God. And it's a 2.
These incredible Alestrals are all fired up and ready to meet you,
Lutrax
including this fiery little guy, Noxid.
Oh, my God. Who is this little guy? Who is this little guy? You can discard a card in order to target another fire or thunder card in your underworld. Oh, my God. Does that say fire or thunder? Oh my God, it's fit for my original deck. This is a Fire Thunder deck. I think that's Thunder. I'm pretty sure that's Thunder. It's like, this is a Fire Thunder deck. That would be so perfect. Noxid would be so perfect for my Fire Thunder deck if I was going to tweak it at all.
Experience all these and many more in your upcoming adventures through this Radiant set. Today's first look was just a teaser of all the incredible new cards coming to the Alestrals trading card game. Pre-orders for Divine Champions Sunstrike are now available at shopalestrals.com.
Oh, look at these. Look at these. Oh, playmats. I got my Temple of the Moon playmat. I think that's the only one I ever need.
All pre-orders over $50 USD will also receive an exclusive Stellar Armadon Champion.
Oh my God, look at the little guy. He's so adorable. Oh my God, he's so adorable. And he's a champion of Ares, so you could expend solar and put this Armadon in your hand on the bottom. Put this Armadon in your hand on the bottom of your deck in order to search your deck for an Ares or a Garmadon and add it to your hand. This Armadon's position cannot be changed by the opponent's card effect. So this Armadon is immune to Tsunami, even though, why would you mean Tsunami High Tide, I should say, because you're going to put it in defense. It's definitely a defensive Alestral. So you're going to put it in defense position. Of course, Tsunami High Tide allows you to change your opponent's position, and so does Eddie. It's immune to Eddie because it cannot be affected by Alestral's card effect. I actually like that. That's pretty cool.
Champion of Ares promo card with their order. We're all very excited for you to get your hands on these cards when Sunstrike releases this year. Now, before we wrap up today's first look, we do have one more exciting announcement and reveal lined up for you all. Alongside the release of Divine Champion Sunstrike, local game stores will be preparing for Series 5 of Organized Play.
Cool.
This new series will be structured a little differently from our previous 4. Today, we're excited to share with you a glimpse of what's in store and show some of the epic new cards coming. Let's first highlight one of the biggest updates to this series, the card frames. Previous seasons featured our classic frame design, which also aligned with our main series. Moving forward, our Organized Play tournament packs for local game stores will feature a brand new, exclusive design, the gem frames.
You know what? I think that's awesome. Those look pretty cool. I think that's really good because then it differentiates these cards from the main card set. It's like, oh, how did you get that gem? How did you get that frame? I only have. Okay, let me just grab these cards over here. Like, I only have that card, and my frames look like this. How do I get these gem sets? Oh, well, I went to my local game store, played in those. You got a couple packs, and that's why I got these cards things. Oh, that's a great way of advertising if you want to get these exclusive cards. Either get them on TCG Play because people are going to put them up for an exorbitant amount of money, or go to your local game store. Most of them are going to have free tournaments, free entries for the tournaments, and you get a tournament pack, and you can get these yourself. I think that's a great way to advertise to people who don't go to a local game store or haven't been to a local game store that, hey, here you go. If you want to get these, TCG Player will probably have them because people are going to put them up on there.
This stunning frame will be included on all our Series 5 tournament pack cards and will be available exclusively through official local game store events. Spirits won't be the only cards available to collect. You can also look forward to a brand new illustration of Platypulse, Champion of Hera, and many, many more that await discovery. Stellars have also had a little bit of a shakeup for Series 5. A total of 6 Stellars and 5 serialized Stellars will be available to uncover. These will be much rarer to find than the Stellars in our previous tournament packs, and we wish you all the best of luck in collecting them all. Let's take a look at a couple of these new Stellars and their new gem frames. Up first is an Invoke rune that needs no introduction, Cryoblast. This wicked card will also be available as a non-stellar holo variant. Finally, we'd like to show you one last card. This will be the ultimate stellar for Series 5, where only 10 will ever exist. Introducing the X of 10 Full Art Serialized Stellar Sulfury. This mighty stellar will be exclusive to Series 5 packs from local game stores. We're all very excited for you to get your hands on these cards when Sunstrike releases this spring. More details on Series 5 will be shared over the coming months as we approach its release. Thank you all for watching today's first look at Divine Champions, Sunstrike, and Organized Play Series 5. You can head over to Shop Elestrals now and be among the first to pre-order. More announcements will be shared on February 9th, so please stay tuned as we will take an even closer look at more incredible cards coming to the Elestrals trading card game.
Here's my mic actually. My mic run out of. I had it charged all the way. That's on me. But how are you going to do that with me, Soul Fury? How are you going to sit there and show off a Fire Thunder Dragon? I have been asking for a Fire Thunder Dragon basically from set 1. Oh my god, this is a Fire Thunder deck. I have been using, I've run, like, I wouldn't say all the time because I have my water deck and I've used other decks, my water Luna deck. But my main deck from set 1 to set 4 has been Fire and Thunder. And you're going to sit there and go, oh, here's a new 3-cost Fire Thunder Dragon that we're only going to show you the Stellar for, and you're going to have to wait till at least the 8th or the 9th or whatever to see what it does. Oh my god, I need to know what Soul Fury is and where it comes from and its free evolution. Oh my god. Fire Thunder Dragon, Fire Thunder Dragon, Fire Thunder Dragon. I was going to do it. Fire Thunder Dragon. Oh my god, how dare you. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I am freaking out over that. Fire Thunder Dragon all the way. Until then, my name is Franz, and I will see you guys apparently on the 9th. Until then, y'all have a good one.